And Kris Tyson over here, they actually have a video recording showing an actual Snapchat account. I can't exactly 100% verify these messages, right? This is, again, allegation stuff. But it's pretty serious, okay? You know, if people are willing to talk about people like Cody Ko, Dr. Disrespect, then these are things that, again, we all have to cover, especially when we're dealing with one of the largest channels on YouTube. So, again, looking at some of these messages, you got emojis, of course, Dad.
And Dr. Disrespect claims that he's going to come back at some point. And I have no doubt when he does, he's still going to have a massive audience. I can already tell, based on the amount of people jumping through hoops trying to find ways of justifying this and spinning it in ways where he doesn't look evil. Which is impossible, but they're doing their best.
A few minutes later.
Yeah, we can probably talk about the Ava stuff now. It's been 10 minutes. So I'll probably get asked like 4,500 more times over the next hour or so, but hopefully now there'll be a timestamp here that people will refuse to rewind to and still inundate me with questions asking the same fucking thing over and over again and saying I'm ignoring it. Yeah, so I went through a lot of the Ava stuff. It's definitely not looking good. So I saw quite a few of the messages, and then one of the, the main person being talked about came forward saying they weren't groomed and that it wasn't weird.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video, and if you made it through the intro, congratulations. You're the 1% of the 1%. The hypocrisy continues to happen. It feels like the Dr. Disrespect situation was the first domino to fall in all these content creators getting exposed, but the major key differences that I want to, focus on is the fact that every content creator that has been exposed since Dr. Disrespect has had a level of scrutiny and a level of, just nonchalant coverage that is insane to me. The fact that the majority of content creators that have been exposed since Dr. Disrespect that have had actual evidence, actual victims speak out, and the level of scrutiny or the hate that went towards Dr. Disrespect with such little information out there is insane to me. Remember, folks, keep that same energy even when it's your friends. A lot of these content creators will go and stand on the soapbox and tell you, no, if it was a content creator I knew, I'd handle this the exact same way. We see that that is an absolute lie. These people do not stand on business when it's somebody they know or somebody they can leech off of, because of someone like Mr. Beast that has such a big following, and you want to be on his good graces. If you want that, those eyes, those eyeballs, if you want the, hype behind Mr. Beast, if you want to ride his coattails, then yeah, you're definitely going to stay silent in some of these issues. I saw this clip of, Moist Critical, Penguin Zero, Charlie, whatever you call him, where he actually talks about the Kris Tyson situation, and the energy is a lot more refined, a lot more controlled than when he was calling, Dr. Disrespect disgusting, evil, with the amount of knowledge that we had. But if you made it to this point, please give me a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss a clip. And with that, let's get into it.
In 10 minutes, so I'll probably get asked like 4,500 more times over the next hour or so, but
see, he almost doesn't even want to talk about it.
Hopefully now there'll be a timestamp here that people will refuse to rewind to and still inundate me with questions asking the same fucking thing over and over again and saying I'm ignoring it.
He does not want to talk about this.
A lot of the Ava stuff. It's definitely not looking good. So I saw quite a few of the messages, and then one of the the main person being talked about came forward saying they weren't groomed and that it wasn't weird, but the whole thing is, if you were groomed, you're probably not going to be super aware of it, and from the messages I saw, that shit is completely unacceptable to be saying to a child under any circumstances. And then I saw people saying it was a group chat, but an adult being in a group chat with children and then still saying edgy or inappropriate shit is still unacceptable.
Just unacceptable, folks. Not disgusting, not he's a monster, he's evil, none of that. He's just, oh, it's inappropriate. It's a bit inappropriate.
There's no context that makes it better. And then I saw,
mind you, he went on a limb with no actual conversations against Dr. Disrespect. had the craziest speculations. Anything was possible. You know, he was possibly talking to a 9-year-old, you know, and, you know, telling her how, or him, you know, whoever the person, that they were going to go and, you know, hook up with him. Jump to mad conclusions.
I saw the tweets where Ava would like reply to Lolly and like drawn CP or whatever with really gross shit. Like the whole thing is bad. Like I don't think
he's not bad, or he or she. Kris Tyson's not bad. The whole thing is bad. Everything is bad, folks. Let's not cast aspersions against, you know, the person that's consuming this content, the lolly. Let's just place blame all around. You see how they defer? You see how these people, when it's in their interest to, you know, he knew he had to talk about it. He was pressured. He knew he had to say something. But let's go ahead and just like, oh no, the whole thing, everything is bad, folks. It's not Kris Tyson. He's not a fucking weird pervert freak. No, this whole situation is bad.
I don't think there's any lens where it isn't gross. At least not from everything I saw. But as far as I know, Ava hasn't made a statement yet. I don't think anyone has. So, I guess we'll see, but it is...
We'll see. He's gonna wait. So if Kris Tyson comes up with a great statement, he's like, you know what? That statement, you know, pretty much, you know, justifies all this allegations, you know, like a good statement, you know, might just get you out of the, you know, all the screenshots, the text conversations, the people coming out, you know, even if they came out and said, no, it wasn't grooming, it wasn't weird, they're still acknowledging that something happened.
Definitely not looking good. There's just never any justification for saying anything weird like that to someone that is underage.
Look at the downplay.
I don't know why you would be in a group chat with them in the first place. Now that you've talked about the Ava stuff a little bit, can you talk about the Ava stuff? You're saying that jokingly, but unironically, I just saw 6 other messages about, why is he ignoring all of it? As I just...
He's literally mad that people are asking him, bro, if you spend your commentary channel, essentially, I mean, maybe not specifically, but you talk about things. You had no problem absolutely torching, you know, Dr. Disrespect. This is the hypocrisy, folks, where he's like, oh, fuck, I guess I have to talk about this now. I guess since everyone is asking, I guess I'll speak on it. But it's just like, bro, isn't this what you do? Aren't you the, like, moral high ground? You know, aren't you the guy that's, you know, taking a stance against, you know, all these pedos, all these, you know, PDF files? You have such a high standard for some people, but other people, you know, you're just ready to cast blame all around.
But less than 30 seconds ago. Yeah, that's what I saw as well, Arrow, about the Shadman stuff. I saw some of those tweets. You donated $10 to ask that, Oscar, and I was literally still talking about it and was just talking about it 30 seconds ago. This is what I'm saying. It's actually crazy. Like, I don't even know what to do about that.
Oh my god. What's actually crazy is how bad you're deflecting.
As we're still on the topic, getting asked if I'm going to talk about it. Like, I don't know I don't know how to... Like, what do you do about that? Like, you even have the ability to rewind, too, just in case. Oh, yeah, for those that don't know, the Shadman stuff that I was talking about with the Ava comments, Shadman didn't just draw lolly or anything. He drew real children in, like, he drew real, like, children in sexual positions. Like, the big one was Keemstar's 8-year-old daughter. He did, like, a porn drawing of Keemstar's actual child.
And Kris Tyson had that man that, you know, created that Keemstar's daughter, you know, giving a BJ, I think, or something like that, to Donald Trump. He had his art hung up on his wall. I mean, is this guy, you know, it's crazy that a lot of times people will say that, like, oh, you know, don't lump, you know, all the trans people in, like, some kind of groomer, you know, pervert, you know, bucket. But geez, how many of them come out to be groomer perverts? Like, if 3% of the population is trans or, you know, LGBTQ, whatever, it's 7 of them. If it's 7%, you know, like 5 of that percent are a bunch of fucking weirdos. It is, the LGBT community is fucking cooked, dude. Every day more and more damning stuff comes out about this community. It is sickening. It's disgusting. I don't think that gay or lesbian couples should be allowed to adopt. Maybe that's a crazy, you know, take, but this community is fucking nasty, dude.
The Shadman
Sheesh.
stuff is not lolly. So that debate that's happening is super misplaced. He drew real children in those positions. He wasn't doing fictional characters, the 1,000-year-old vampire who just happens to look like a child. He was doing actual real-world children and drawing them that way. How the fuck is that not a criminal conviction? Well, he actually did get arrested, but not for that. He got arrested for assault. Yeah, Ava apparently left comments on some of his work and then even purchased.
Just the fact that fucking this guy, Moist Critic or whatever, Charlie's calling that person Ava is insanity. This is, we're past the breaking point where, you know, political correctness, and I get it, maybe it's some TOS or some kind of like terms of service. You have to call people, you know, by their name, which it's weird that you can call someone a piece of shit, you know, that you disagree with or you don't like, but when it's like, if it's a person that's like trans or whatever, you have to call them by whatever they prefer. If Kris Tyson says, now I'm Princess Ava Tyson, and call me as such, like, everyone would fold. All these people would fucking fold in half. It's insane that leftists and liberals, and I'm not saying Charlie is, but it's insane that these, you know, all these liberals and like, or leftists, I hate saying liberal because they're fucking not. They're like the most obsessed with controlling everything about you, would say that the biggest plight, the, you know, worst thing in society is white men. You know, they'll tell you that white men is the most awful thing you can be. Unless that white man identifies as a trans woman, then they're brave and beautiful and can do absolutely nothing wrong. They get caught with lolly, fuck it. They're talking to minors, fuck it, dude. They're trans. They have the fucking star from Mario Kart, and they are infallible. You cannot destroy a trans woman by any means. They are indestructible. They have the, you know, Star Force. They are the golden child. So the second the worst thing that you can be, I guess, is a white man, you know, to these, you know, leftists, become, you know, ascend to the next level into a trans woman, then all of a sudden they're infallible. They cannot do no wrong, folks. But that's the political correct game. This is what happens when you have to play the game, you know, to get those views.
I don't know if it's like confirmed that Ava had purchased one of Shadman's drawings, but
it's fucking confirmed. It was on their fucking wall.
Shadman had these drawings.
not only is it confirmed, it was on their wall.
That he would do, and he'd like sell some like through commissioned pieces, and allegedly Ava had purchased
allegedly,
one.
My guy has done zero research on this stuff.
Beast video at some point.
Yeah, it's on the wall.
They took down Shadman's website.
I'll put it in so you can see it.
There's so many archive websites with his material still up, it's disgusting. Well, back in the day, Shadman actually had a lot of public support.
Just because you have public support doesn't mean you're a good person. Public support doesn't mean that you are not now, because it's like, oh, they had public support. It's like they were creating awful images of children. What the fuck does that mean?
Like back in... shit, it must have been like 20.
But I love the way that he quickly diverted from like Kris Tyson and then went into like the, you know, creator of this this lolly and of this, you know, children imagery, but, you know, doesn't really address it. He's just like, hey, it's kind of weird, blame her all around, fuck it, I covered it, watch this video. Dude, the difference between the way the energy he was coming for, you know, and the, you know, verbiage and the like rhetoric with Dr. Disrespect in comparison to Kris Tyson is awfully suspicious, is all I'm saying. It is very interesting of the fact that he's not keeping that same energy. And mind you, he's never been a super energetic guy, but, you know, he's like very easily discredited. And not only that, very upset that the chat is even like asking him to cover this. So yeah, I wanted to see that. I did play that Mooderheart clip. I'm gonna probably save that to the end, and, you know, I just want to see a couple clips from Twitter of like people kind of, you know, saying something Hassan Piker absolutely does not want to address or speak on it at all. Let's check out this clip.
Has Hassan talked about Mr. Beast Kris?
Let's see.
Think about this. This is no different than the Cody Ko shit, where people were just like, hey, I know that the current sitting president dropped out of the re-election campaign in the most historic thing that has happened in this election cycle in a sea of historic things that have happened so far,
my guy streams 8 hours a day, but can't find 3 minutes to talk about the Kris Tyson situation. This guy streams all day long, every day, but he's like, yeah, I know I could can I squeeze in 2 minutes to talk about this and, you know, say how disgusting and gross it is and how it should be, you know, trust me, I've never been a fan of transgender people. I think it's gross what transgender people are doing. I think it's absolutely gross that transgender, you know, women or biological men, what we should say, are allowed to compete in women's sports. It's disgusting. It's absolutely gross. We should not be allowing men to take the position. You know, the reason Title IX was created was to protect biological women, you know, from men. And then we just like somehow, you know, said that, you know, because they in their head, their delusional mind, you know, these sick, delusional, gross people think that they're men, then we're gonna just go ahead and go along with it. No, people are waking up. We're no longer going, people aren't just gonna go along with this delusion that these are women, because they're not.
Son talked about Mr. Beast Kris. Oh no, don't ban me. Just a question. I'm not gonna ban you. I do want you to really think about it though.
I don't got time. I got to stream for 8 hours about
political commentator,
Joe Biden.
As a political commentator, do you think personally that right now I'm going to be talking about YouTubers? If it was someone you hate, you'd be talking about them? There are plenty of people I hate, and I don't talk about them. And
boom, bitch, owned. He hates a lot of people and he doesn't talk about him, you fucking loser. Don't you know? Hassan doesn't, he's talking about big boy shit. He doesn't have time to talk about a fucking sexual deviant.
in times like this, because
Allegedly.
Unfortunately for you fucking weirdo drama perverts.
Oh, there.
Okay.
Wait, who's the pervert? Not Kris Tyson, I guess.
For you, there are 50,000 other adults here that actually are coming in here for political commentary. Holy fuck, bro.
I see dead people.
This guy. Oh shit. Oh, he's going in. Look at that. He's like, I don't got time. I don't got time to. I'm gonna cut the fucking music because I can't play that. But this guy doesn't have time to fucking talk about Kris Tyson. He's got to fucking get sturdy. My guy's got to fucking dance to Kendrick. There's bigger shit going on, brother. Like, he can't talk about Kris Tyson. He's got to fucking get down, you know? He's fucking got that new, they fucking Kendrick dropped an album. I mean, what the fuck? You think he's got time for fucking Kris Tyson? This guy is crazy. Let's see. Yo, yep, he's still fucking dancing. Yo, that's wild. Let's see.
Save the kids for a doctor. That's my guy. That's my roll dog. You know what I mean? I want to preserve them.
Yo, this guy is a fucking clown. Holy shit. This guy's a fucking NPC bot 100%. Jesus Christ. Just say you fucking been told by your masters on the top, hey, you're not allowed to talk on this. Kris Tyson is a brave and beautiful, you know, hero that's not allowed to be spoken of. And then, like, shout out Sneeko. Sneeko has some cringy takes. I don't like the whole Muslim stuff. I'm not a Muslim. I don't get down with Muslims. I don't really care. You know, Christ is king, Jesus first, and, you know, America, you know, all the way. I don't care about Palestine, Israel. I don't give a shit about any of that. It's about America. So some of his takes I don't like, but he fucking called it. I mean,
I gotta give a quick shout out to Bot XQC NPC. he spoke up.
The thing about it is, I did like that. I did see that XQC did, you know, tweet some things, you know, did say, hey, you know, for all you motherfuckers not keeping that same energy, just know that I'm here and I'm gonna say fuck that. So, you know, a lot of things I don't like XQC. I don't like his takes on a lot of things. You know, he's very, I don't know, a very progressive, I guess, guy, but I think he's Canadian or he's fucking French. I don't know what the fuck he is, but he's very progressive. So I don't really get down with that. I mean, some things, but the fact that he was willing to be like, hey, I'm gonna stand up and say, hey, yo, this ain't right.
He did what he was supposed to do, but everybody else is quiet. Corinna, whatever. What's her name? The emo girl with the Kenya, Valkyrie, Pokimane, all of them, they're silent. Everybody in that Mr. Beast photo who did the video with them making, getting that collab, they haven't said a word. Okay, so we're gonna say,
hey, you get the collab, you better shut the fuck up. Mr. Beast got a lot of pull. He's like, yo, don't you dare talk about my man. Dang, yo, I love it though. Hey, you know, Mr. Beast stays true to his homies. I guess I think Kris Tyson has announced, so he went put out a statement on Twitter saying that he's going to step back from the Mr. Beast videos. He apologizes for his actions, I believe, in the past, something like that. I know he, you know, gave him some PR script he probably didn't even write it himself. Someone probably's like, hey, go ahead and post this and you know, just say hang low for a little while. You can't let this negative vibe rub off on Mr. Beast. You know, he's the cash cow. Kris Tyson, you unfortunately need to take a step back. We can't need your, you know, obvious, you know, pervert antics and beliefs rub off on Mr. Beast. He's, you know, he's doing big things and you're just his friend. So step back.
Real quick for them is this whole philosophy to show you that they're all programmed, they're all bought and sold.
Yeah.
And Satan really does run the world.
Whoa.
And when all they care about is money and fame, they're going to trade whatever for worldly possessions, which is money and fame. So let's see all these people real quick. Ready to see them all cope? Ready to see their justifications? All of them that jump to defend Sketch, to go and jump into a parade and say Sketch is the biggest hero of all time because he got exposed for having a gay OnlyFans. Now they're silent when the biggest YouTuber in the world's best friend is a pedophile, allegedly. When he's messaging young boys and doing weird porn thing, revenge porn. A'udhu billahi minash shaitana regime for that. The cope slowly unfold during the course of this IRL today. So love speech. This is what it's all about. So
I was like, bro, we're in Lebanon. Like,
he's capping.
Yeah, I mean, like, the crazy likeness that they just absolutely did not come out and say anything. You know, Pokimane, and I'm not sure who the other chick is, but she's, I guess, a very popular. But these two chicks were like, let's fucking bury, you know, Dr. Disrespect. But when it was like time for fucking, you know, for Kris Tyson to get his licks, they were just like, hey, I'm busy. They released their statements at the exact same time, which is insanity. That's how you know this is all fucking bullshit. It's all propaganda. It's all, you know, PR teams. It's all just a media stunt. You know, they have to release a statement, and it was mostly like, yeah, you're a piece of shit. You hate trans people, so this is why you're doing this. And it's like, well, there's like conversations and texts with the minors. We have actual evidence, and they're just like, transphobe, you're a piece of shit, get the fuck out of here.
First things first, Sneeko was
all right,
fucking
let's
right.
go ahead and see what Aiden Ross said. It looks like he's already agreeing with Sneeko. Let's check out what Aiden Ross has to say.
That's first of all. Second of all, bro, I do want to say one thing that's insane. Why are all these creators so scared to talk about fucking Kris Tyson? But
money, bro. It's fucking money.
They were so easy to talk about Dr. Disrespect. That just doesn't make.
Dr. Disrespect is a white, you know, male that, you know, leans more like conservative. He's probably an easy target. You know, he keeps it real. He doesn't seem like he's a part of the LGBTQ trans, you know, propaganda agenda. So when you're not with them, in their minds, you're against them. So obviously they, you know, jump to whatever conclusion with minimal evidence, almost zero evidence. The only actual evidence was that Dr. Disrespect said that, yeah, he did have conversations that leaned into inappropriate. No victims ever came out. No conversations ever went out. But even with all that stuff, they still were able to jump to the most broadest and extreme conclusions possible.
Make any fucking sense to me, bro. Don't say GG's chat. It shouldn't affect anything about the new direction we're going. But come on, I'm being real. Why are so many creators scared to fucking tweet and talk about it, but they were so quick to put all these tweets about Dr. Disrespect? It's just insane. It's like obvious, chat, what's going on here. If you know, you fucking know.
Money.
But like, dude, it's
and I would say Jews,
crazy.
but he's a Jew, so I don't know. The Jews.
No. I know. That's why I really fuck with XQC. X made a tweet.
Yeah.
And X is not fucking.
I don't really fuck with
either.
him, but at least he,
X,
you know,
X,
kept it a buck.
X is one person that's fair. He likes consistency. It doesn't matter who you are, your sexuality, your race, your gender. It don't fucking matter. If somebody's called out for being a fucking pedophile, they're a fucking pedophile. And there was more proof on Kris than there was on Dr. Disrespect. Yep. Like, come on. I'm not saying too wrong. I'm not defending Dr. Disrespect. He's a pedophile too. But I'm just saying, like, there's literally more. Bro, I'm watching clips, bro. I'm like, what the fuck am I hearing right now, bro?
And that's the thing. I've always said, you know, let's let it play out. Let's see the evidence. And the problem with the doctor, and this is not why I defend, but what I'm saying is, once the evidence is out, and I'm sure it'll one day it's gonna come out and we see the conversations, then absolutely bury him if he's like saying wild shit, you know. But I'm like I like to keep it evidence-based. The, you know, Cody Ko situation, the victim has literally come out, Tana Mojo, whatever, saying she's talked about it for years. The Kris Tyson situation, he's literally, you know, there's the text messages, there's the DMs on Snapchat. There's the victim that said, hey, I wasn't groomed yet. You know, if you're a child getting groomed, you wouldn't, you know, obviously know it.
Snapchat messages and shit. Like, it's just fucking crazy, bro.
But the fact that these people will not like say anything about Cody Ko, not say anything about, you know, Kris Tyson, but yet the overwhelming evidence is it's so much more damning to them on their side than the doc. You know, it's insane. And I've always said, hey, until I see the, you know, convos, until I see what was going down, it's kind of hard to, you know, get down with that,
bro.
But yeah, so a lot of people, let's see.
Twitch streaming females, where's the Pokimane and Kenya? These two Twitch streaming females, where's the consistency? When are you gonna go and disavow Chris and Mr. Beast? You have way more information. You actually have the receipts, and you haven't said a word yet.
They have come out and made statements, but they're very bland.
Disgusting. Worst person ever. Chris from Mr. Beast silent. And you know why? Because he's a transgender.
Yep.
Because you don't want to disavow the woke community. You don't want to go against your own people. It wasn't about Dr. Disrespect messaging a 17-year-old. It was about a white straight man that you disagree with. Pokimane and...
Keep it a bug. There you go. It's 100% true. I mean, the whole, you know, it's a coalition, the LGBT, you know, leftists in general, they, you know, have to, you know, protect each other. So yeah, Pokimane and, you know, the other girl has, I don't even know what the other fucking girl's name is, have released statements, but they're so just run of the mill, so easy, just like, hey, you know, be nice. You know, we don't fucking know. We need to look into it or whatever. But that's pretty much the whole video. I did want to get into the Mudahar stuff, but it's basically everything we already know. The text conversations, the stuff. I played the clip on the intro, but, you know, he's kind of just, you know, saying, hey, we need to look into it further. You know, kept it, you know, above board. Mudahar, you know, from Ordinary Gamer, some Ordinary Gamer, always enjoys content. You know, he likes to keep it even keel, but the problem is that the majority of these streamers, content creators, will absolutely bury you if they get a chance, if you are perceived as the enemy. But if your own, you know, if someone that's perceived as not friendly, then they don't say a word, or they say very lame, very corny, you know, just PR statements. And it's just like, keep that same energy, brother. You know, like, you know, if you're going hard, you better go hard on everybody. Yeah, but that's all the time we have for now. Thanks for watching. If you stayed to the end, I 100% appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. If you think I'm absolutely wrong and I'm a piece of shit, let me know. Comment down below. I will get 100% into an argument with you in the comment section. I'll have a couple of drinks. I'll drink some whiskey and 100% argue with you in the comment section. I've done it several times. I love it, and I don't delete any comments. I don't ban. I don't give a shit. If anything gets removed from YouTube comments, it's YouTube. It's not me. I go through the, you know, hold for, you know, review, and I approve everything. I am not afraid of criticism. If you want to shit talk me. I don't give a shit. Maybe I see a comment and they bring up an interesting point. I see it and I'm like, okay, you know what? I do see it that way. You know, I'm not infallible. I'm not, you know, I'm able to change, and, you know, I have wiggle room 100% even on my ideas. But that being said, please like, subscribe, comment down below, hit that notification bell so you never miss a clip. And with that, till next time, later.